Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel TatiXO. If you've clicked on this video, then I guess that you're interested in the 10 things that I've learned so far during the lockdown. With everything that's going on during COVID and all the different sort of changes, rules and regulations, and the whole routine being flipped upside down, I thought it would be really nice to just take the time and reflect and think about what I've learned so far, and I thought that it would be fantastic to share those with you guys. I've got 10 things that I'm going to talk about today, so sit back, relax, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also don't forget to follow my Instagram account at TatiXO if you don't already, because I've also been sharing a lot more things on there as well. So let's get into the video, shall we? So the first item that I want to talk about that I've been reflecting on is that I spend a lot of time on TikTok, and I think that there's many people watching this video thinking, oh gosh, thankfully I'm not on my own. So I'll say, you know, give myself 10 minutes just to go on my phone and chill out and have a giggle, watch a few videos, and then 45 minutes later I look at the time and I think, oh my gosh, what the heck, I was only supposed to spend 10 minutes. But I guess the good thing is that it's taken my mind off all my sort of daily stresses and other things that maybe aren't going so well in my life, and it's nice to just chill and sort of give yourself a bit of a distraction. I've also got an account on there at TatiXO. Again, the link is down below. I've just been loving creating videos and also watching them as well. I've actually seen so many creative and funny things on there. It's hilarious, and it's a good way for people to express themselves. So as much as I'm like, damn, I've spent time that I shouldn't have spent on the platform, at the same time it's given me a chance to just have a break and mentally and just calm down, chill out and have a laugh, and it's a good way to meet new people as well and collaborate. So yeah, it is pretty much an addictive platform, but it's really good, and I'm looking forward to creating more videos. So the next item is cut ties with people that don't deserve your time. During the lockdown, and especially at the start when you weren't really allowed out or you could just go for a walk, it was very much sort of Zoom calls, Skype chats and things like that. And the real thing that I wanted to talk about is the fact that if you have people in your lives that can't be bothered to send a 2-minute text in the lockdown, when they've not been going out, they've not been commuting, they may be furloughed, if they can't make the effort during that time, then you know that they're not worth your time because they're not making an effort. The way that I see a friendship is that it's two ways. So if it's you sort of making the effort all the time, always texting, or you are messaging people and they're not getting back to you, then that kind of says they don't really value you and they don't really care about having you in their lives. So I think it's just something to think about, guys. I've certainly been doing a lot of reflection on my own and my own sort of connections and friends and stuff like that. So I think just value yourself and value your time, and have a think about who you actually want to surround yourself with and who doesn't deserve your time. 3, and I know I'm definitely not alone in saying this, is the fact that I'm 100% more grateful for what I've got and more grounded. I know that we sort of sometimes we're consumed by the things that are going wrong in our lives and our stresses and why me, but sort of with everything happening with lockdown, people dying, people falling ill, people going through lots of other stuff, being made redundant, like our problems seem so small compared to other people. So I feel like it's made me definitely a more grounded person, and just made me realise that I do take a lot for granted and I should be grateful. So yeah, I think it's going to make people sort of reflect a bit more and realise that they don't have it so bad. Okay, so the 4th reflection is that there's actually more things to do in the evening in your downtime than TV. Because I was thinking, oh gosh, you know, I do watch a lot of TV, Netflix and Sky and stuff, and I was like, oh, I might run out of series. But then I've thought about doing things that aren't necessarily on a screen or something different to just watching TV. And I've actually been doing so many other things that I never did before, or that I just wasn't prioritising. So I'm sort of playing Animal Crossing, which is also strangely addictive, and it's different to TV. And it's also relaxing as well. I've been reading more. I never really had much chance to read before, or I just didn't make the time. And it just gives my eyes a break. It gives me a bit of me time, and it's really nice. I've had more time to sort of write blogs as well. What else? I've been doing sort of quiz nights, which makes it more collaborative as well. And I've also done a couple of crosswords as well on my iPad. So although it's still a screen, it's something different, and also it increases brain power as well. So I think that if you feel bored and sort of fed up of TV every night, mix it up a bit, try new things. You know, if you've been putting off sort of getting back into playing the saxophone or the piano or whatever, and you've fallen out of love with hobbies that you used to do, then use this as an opportunity to get back into the swing of things. And then when everything goes a bit more back to normal, make the time to sort of put that in your timetable, because we all have the same number of hours each week, and the things that are most important to you, you've got to prioritise. So the next item I want to talk about is that I feel so much more relaxed and happy when the house is clean. So before lockdown, it was such a busy schedule, especially being up early and commuting. I didn't even always have time to make the bed or put the dishwasher on before I left. It was just so manic. And although, like, yeah, I may still be fairly busy at home, I've been making sure that I've been in a good routine. I've been cleaning the house, sticking to a schedule, and I just feel so much more relaxed. It's just crazy. So I definitely need to keep that one up and make sure that I make time for it, and maybe just get up a bit early when everything goes back to normal, to make sure that when I coming home to a clean, tidy house, and I just feel a bit more relaxed. Okay, so the next reflection is that I didn't realise how much I need my own time. There's obviously only two of us living in the flat at the minute, and I was thinking, great, you know, we could spend all this time together, because before lockdown it felt like we never really got to see each other. But with less commitments or less things taking up time, it's made me realise that there actually are things that I want to do on my own, and I actually feel better when I've had that time to myself, even if it's just running a hot bath, listening to a bit of music on my own in the spare room for a bit, reading a book. It's so important. And I know that I already had that time sort of when I've been filming and editing videos and things like that, but also just stuff sort of in the evenings or a weeknight. So what we do is that one night a week, Mark will have an Xbox night, and then I'll go and do something that I want to do, whether it's watch TV, read a book, or, you know, watch YouTube videos. It's just really nice, and I think it keeps us sane as well. So if you've not been giving yourself a bit of me time, then it can do absolute wonders. And if you're interested, I can maybe write a blog post with a couple more ideas of things that you can do in your me time. Next reflection is that even just going out for 5-10 minute walk, it does you the world of good. And sometimes you just feel trapped by your own house, and you need to get out of these four walls. And honestly, it's been so lovely. And I think that even if it looks cold and windy out there, you'll feel all the better for it, even just stretching your legs. Because I know that, well, especially being in a flat as well, that, you know, we don't even have like stairs to climb to really stretch our legs and move our legs a bit more. We're literally sort of walking, you know, a couple of meters to the next room and stuff. So I think definitely make sure you get your daily walk. It's fresh air, it stretches your legs, and it just does you a world of good. Next one is that you can actually have nice food at home. I love eating out, and sometimes I'm just like, oh, I hate cooking. I mean, I don't hate cooking, but I just can't be bothered to cook. and I was really missing like lots of restaurants during the lockdown before they reopened. So I tried to make my own things like fakeaways and homemade Nando's and loads of stuff like that. And it did actually taste good, and it was just like, I've realised that, you know, if I actually spend the time and get the right ingredients, I can actually make, you know, the stuff that I can get in a restaurant, and it tastes just as good. Like obviously, like yeah, I go out for the convenience, but when they're closed down, or say when I don't have enough money to go eating out, then I can do it on a budget at home, and it's still pretty nice. So I'm definitely going to be trying out some more recipes. I've been doing a lot of baking in the lockdown, as you'll have seen from one of my blog posts on my website. But yeah, I definitely want to try new things. So if you've got any recipes that you recommend, guys, then make sure you leave it down below. Okay, number 9. I guess a lot of the other points I've spoken about relate to this number 9 is the importance of my mental health. Like I feel like people say, yeah, like I look after my mental health, but I think sometimes you just need to take 5 minutes and think about what things you need to do. Like for me, I sometimes get stressed out when there's a lot going on. So for me, I make lists. I make sure that like I said, take a bit of me time, get some fresh air. Like I really took it for granted before, and it was always like, oh, I'll be alright, I'll manage, I always manage. But sort of having a little bit of extra time and more time to think about things and know myself a bit more, it just made me realise that I do need to look after, you know, my mental health more often. Like I was probably a little bit consumed with, you know, make sure I get a home workout and stuff like that, and thinking about the sort of the physical sort of taking care of myself and my diet and things like that. But it's you know, you use your brain all day, every day, and it's just so important to think about you just having a bit of a release for yourself, like I said. And I'm definitely thinking about maybe doing like a mental health sort of first aid course. We actually do them at work, so I think I want to sign up to that and see if I can help other people, because you know, you never know what's going on in other people's worlds. I mean, I have anxiety, and I don't really talk about it a lot, and I guess, you know, I'm always like, oh, people have got it worse, people don't want to be bored with my problems. But actually, you know, speaking to someone for 10 minutes on the phone and having a rant, it really does make you feel better. So I guess what I'm saying is that, you know yourself, understand yourself, and don't hesitate to reach out for help. And if any of you guys need anyone to speak to, then I always say reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to sort of help you guys and be, you know, a shoulder to cry on, a person to listen to, someone to rant to, and you know, it will make you feel all the better. The final point is the importance of work-life balance. So I guess that with everyone being on lockdown, it kind of makes you realise that you don't have to physically be in an office to do your job and do it effectively. A lot of us have been doing it for the last 4.5 months, so I think it's just made me realise just how much, you know, having a balance between busy work and home life is. And I think it will be especially more important for sort of young women who are thinking about starting a family. I know a lot of people have decided to have children during the lockdown because they've realised that they've actually got a bit more time to look after them. So although, you know, things may go a bit more back to normal soon, it's worth sort of speaking with your boss, your line manager, your company, and, you know, try and see if you can get yourself a little bit more of a work-life balance. If it's lacking, can you work from home one day a week? Could you sort of skip having to travel, you know, 100 miles to a meeting when you could do it over a Skype call? It will save the company money as well. Just be mindful of that, guys, and just really sort of try and strike a pretty good balance between your home and work life, because although, yeah, like we spend most of our time at work, working, you know, your home life is just as important as well. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that it's been insightful. I would love to hear whether or not you guys have been reflecting and whether we have any similar opinions. Like I said before, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourselves.